Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Yacht Crafter. My name's Julie and today I have got my Whip and Chat. So today is Sunday. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend so far. Here in the UK yesterday we had the King's coronation, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, today, Sunday, we are having a brilliant day today weather-wise. It's 17 degrees Celsius. There's a lovely blue sky, and yeah, we've got some clouds, but yeah, it's a lovely blue sky. So yeah, 17 degrees Celsius. It's glorious. There's a little bit of a breeze. Got the windows open a little bit, so yeah, it's a glorious day. And we've just nicely finished Sunday dinner. We had a sausage casserole, yeah, which was very nice. And then afterwards we had some raspberry jam donuts, raspberry and cream donuts, which were also very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I've made a coffee, got my stitching out, and ready to chat with you guys. So sorry, sip of coffee before I start. So yeah, like I said, I've chosen to stitch today. So this is my Stitch Witch, and this is a stitch along here on my channel and also in my Facebook group. So I'd like to thank everybody that has posted their progress in my Facebook group, Yacht Crafter. So yeah, thank you very much for that, and yeah, stitching along with me. So yeah, so sip of coffee and we will get into what I've been up to this week. So right, let's get some stitching in. So you guys can see that. So Monday morning I woke up at about 10 o'clock, had my coffee, and then got a few bits and pieces done that needed to be done, and then it was lunchtime, so I had a chicken sandwich for lunch with some Pringles, and then in the afternoon I had a recording to do because Monday was the 1st of May, so I had my stitchy planner video to do. So yeah, Monday afternoon I recorded that, what my plans for May are stitching wise, and then I edited and uploaded it to YouTube. So then I just had the description box and the thumbnail to do, but it was getting to near about 2 o'clock, so I uploaded it private to YouTube until I could come back to it. So I went downstairs and it was pet feeding time, so I fed the pets, walked Ted, then when I got back from walking Ted, then I came back up here and I was sorting out the description box, and then I did the thumbnail, and then I released it for you guys to see. So yeah, did that on Monday. Then was tea time, and for tea we had some spam fritters, like battered slices of ham or chunks of ham. So we had spam fritters, chips and gravy for tea. So we had that, and then I came up here and there was a little bit of time before I was due to go into StreamYard, so I was stitching a little bit on Hello Spring, because it was my first Whip Go number, and it was Shannon Christine was picked, so the project I have going for her is Hello Spring. So I wanted to stitch a little bit on that to keep up with my Whip Go. So then it got to about 6:30, 20 past 6:30, something like that, and I went into StreamYard ready for the Disney Dollhouse live stream with me and Crafty Chris. So we did 2 issues, 60 and 61. So 60 we had a floor, ceiling, not floor, a ceiling to put into place. I had to glue it in and made sure it sat in the tabs, and so yeah, 60 was the ceiling, and then 61 was the ceiling light for that room. So yeah, we had to put that all together, put like the fitting onto the end, and thread it up through the floor, and then yeah, like I said, the fitting at the end, we had to make sure it sat up in the ceiling properly when we pulled the wire through. So yeah, that was 61. So yeah, 2 issues of the Disney Dollhouse. So we did that. There wasn't a live stream afterwards. Normally there is. Oh yes, there was. Or was there? Yes, I think so. Yes, Horlicks. I was getting my days mixed up, thinking it was I was talking about Tuesday and the Titanic, but no, it was Horlicks went live with the tank. Yes, the tank. Yes, he did. So yeah, came off the chat with Chris to go and watch Horlicks with the tank, and then after that then I went to bed and I was watching a bit of YouTube in bed, and then yeah, went off to sleep. So then Tuesday I woke up at about 10 o'clock and had my coffee. Mark went and had his bath, so when he'd done he gave me a shout and I had a bath, and then there was a little bit of time before lunch, so I played on my phone for a little bit. So I did that, and then for lunch I had a cheese and cucumber sandwich with some Pringles. So had that for my lunch, and then in the afternoon I was doing a little bit of stitching. I was stitching on Hello Spring. So I was doing that up until pet feeding time. So I did that, got Ted walked, got back, and Mark had already lifted tea out of the freezer. We were having pizza. So we had pizza and some onion rings for tea. And then in the evening, when I came up here, I was sorting out some threads. I think there were some bobbins still left from when I had de-kitted some things. I was just sort of tidying off one area of my desk and found a bag with some bobbins still in, so I wanted to put them back in the cases, in the bobbin boxes, thread boxes, whatever you want to call them. So I did that, and then I diamond painted for a little bit until it was time to go into StreamYard. So about 6:30 I went in and went live at 7 with the Eddie Stobart, and then yeah, this is where I got muddled up last time. So yeah, after the Eddie there is normally the Titanic live, but Dave was working. He was covering somebody's shift, so he had to change the day of the Titanic live. It wasn't on Tuesday like it normally is, so like I said, yeah, he was covering somebody's shift at work, so he changed the date to Thursday. So yeah, after the Eddie we were chatting a little bit. So yeah, we were chit-chatting a little bit, and then I went off to bed. And yeah, watching a little bit of YouTube in bed. So then on to Wednesday. So Wednesday is town day, and this week I went to town. I think I was mentioning to Mark a week or two ago that I wanted to get some stronger reading glasses, some stronger magnification, and our pound shop do the different strengths. I got some glasses last time that really helped, but they were only 1.25 strength or something. But I said to him that I'd like to get some a little bit stronger to help with the 18 count and 16 count that I'm doing the heads on. The 18 count is the mini evergreen, and the 16 count is the finishing touch. So yeah, I wanted to get some ones a little bit stronger, so I got the 2 times magnification. So I picked those up, and I think, was it that very same day? Yes, because when we went to town we set off quite early. I think we got a taxi at about 8:30 down into town. So yeah, we wandered round, got the bits we needed in town, and then we went to Aldi to get some meals for the week, some like meal ideas and yeah, some bits for the week. So we were home by 11. No, I think Mark said we were only a few hours, so we were home by 10, 10:15, something like that. We were home. So yeah, got home, got shopping put away, had lunch, and then yeah, the afternoon was free to do whatever we wanted to do. So I decided to try out my new glasses, and I was working on the mini evergreen, and it's the gorgeous lady in the hat, all mainly greens, and there's like a foresty tree background, and very say 1900s style. I said to Mark, I said she's very Downton-esque, so that was 1900, wasn't it? The first ever episode was about the Titanic, so 1912. So yeah, very that era. But yeah, stitched on 18 count gridded fabric. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to try my new glasses. So it was the ones that I picked up were 2 times magnification. So yeah, I was trying those and they work brilliantly. So yeah, I was able to stitch away and get quite a bit done. I think I got about 200 stitches or something that afternoon. So yeah, I was speeding along, but it was block colour in the area that I was working in. So yeah, that's how I managed to get so many stitches into a head. Heaven and Earth design, so big full coverage stitching. So the whole area is stitched. For anybody that doesn't know what a head is, sure most of you will, but yeah, for those that don't. So then Oliver fed the pets and walked Ted. So yeah, I was able to carry on stitching. And then for tea we were having baguettes. So we picked up some prawn in seafood sauce. So we had that in the baguettes with some salad. So we had that for tea. And then in the evening when I came up here, I went into the Wednesday Crafters Zoom and I was stitching. I was stitching on Hello Spring. So then when I came off the Zoom then, I went to bed and I was watching YouTube. So then on to Thursday, I sort out my book. So yeah, on to Thursday. So Thursday I woke up at about 8 o'clock, had my coffee. I was doing a few jobs that needed to be done, and then I was stitching. So I stitched on Ocean Pearl for a little bit, and I think I got most of the other vine done, and starting up on the other flower head at the top. So yeah, I was doing that. Anyway, if you saw my floss tube, you'll have seen all my stitching progress. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to do my best to explain what I stitched. And so for lunch, when we were out shopping, we picked up some steak pasties from the freezer shop. So yeah, so Thursday lunch we had the steak pasties. So yeah, just warmed them up in the oven, and we had those for lunch, and they were all right. They were quite nice. We'd had the sausage rolls and the chicken and mushroom pasties, so I picked up some more of them, but then there were these other ones. So yeah, steak bake. So we thought we'd give them a try, and they were nice. Yeah, we'd have them again. So then in the afternoon I was stitching a little bit more on Ocean Pearl. So I was doing that up until pet feeding time. So I fed the pets, walked Ted, got back, and Mark said to me, fish pie for tea. The Young's fish pie. So yeah, he'd got those out, and he said to me, do you fancy chips or garlic bread with it? I said, well, I fancy something different. You know, quite a few meals lately we've been having chips. So he said, right, well, we'll have garlic bread with it. So yeah, fish pie with garlic bread, garlic baguette even. So yeah, we're having that for tea. So then when I came up here, then I was diamond painting a little bit, and then at about 6:30 I went into StreamYard because we were doing the Titanic. Remember I'd said on Tuesday that Dave was working on the Tuesday when we normally do the Titanic, so he changed it, and you know, we'll do it Thursday instead. So I did that, and then after the live, then we'll just chit-chatting a little bit and stuff like that. So yeah, just having a chit chat, and then when I came off there, then it was I don't know what I was going to say. It was yeah, I was getting into bed and watching a bit of YouTube. So I did that on Thursday. So yeah, watching a bit of YouTube. So then we get on to Friday. So let me turn the page. So Friday I woke up at about 10 o'clock. Was having my coffee, and Mark shouted me for my bath. I said, well, no, I was having my coffee and Mark said he was going up for his bath. So I said, right, I'll be up soon. I'll come up and, you know, do the bedding and then get myself sorted and ready for my bath. He said, right, okay. He says, well, I haven't started the bath or run any of the water yet, so you've got a bit of time. So yeah, after my coffee I was changing the bedding, and then I got in the bath myself, and then there was a little bit of time before lunch, so I was playing on my phone a little bit, and yeah, then it got to lunchtime, so I had a beef and red onion sandwich. So I had that for lunch, and then got washed up, got organised, made myself another coffee, and I came up here to record Floss Tube. So it's Floss Tube 109 was Friday. So I got that done, got organised, started it uploading to YouTube, and then it was getting near pet feeding time, so went down, sorted out the pets, walked Ted. I then came up here and it had uploaded to YouTube, so then I was just sorting out the description box and the thumbnail. Or was it just the description box? It might have been just the description box, because I think, yeah, I was looking on my phone and deciding what to put for the thumbnail. So yeah, did the description box on the computer, left the video private so then I could go into YouTube Studio on my phone to then put a thumbnail in, and then I could release it for you guys to see. So yeah, I was excuse me. So then yeah, I was doing that. Then Friday for tea we picked up this mixed bag of breaded chicken, different styles, you know, chicken steaks in breadcrumbs, there were chicken burgers, there was chicken fillets, and yeah, it had all different kinds of like breadcrumb coatings, but we weren't sure what the flavours of the breadcrumb would be. So yeah, we picked the chicken steaks. Both me and Mark had one of those each, and the boys a chicken fillet each and a chicken burger each, and we had it with chips. So yeah, that was Friday's tea, and yeah. These chicken steaks, oh my goodness me, the breadcrumb coating was a little bit hot. It was a little bit spicy. But yeah, we already had mayonnaise on our plates for our chips. So yeah, we were able to cool it down, the spice element. So yeah. Once you got used to the spice and the heat in your mouth, the chicken itself was nice. It was, I'd say, chicken breast meat. It was quite nice. But like I said, when you first put it in your mouth, it was a little bit hot, a little bit spicy. But yeah, so we had that for tea, and then in the evening, when I came up here, I was stitching a little bit on this one, on Stitch Witch. I wanted to make a start on the skirt, so yeah, as you can see here, I've made a bit of a start. So I was doing that on Friday, and then I changed to diamond paint a little bit. So yeah, I was doing that. I think I was watching some YouTube. Oh, sorry guys, bumped the camera. I think I was watching a little bit of YouTube, or you know, something like that. I can't remember exactly what I was watching, but yeah, watching YouTube. So then on to yesterday. So yesterday being Saturday. So I got up at about 9:30, 10:15, something like that by the time I got downstairs. And I was just making my coffee, and I could hear Mark say, you know, here we go, here we go. I'm like, you alright? He's like, the King's coronation. I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, yeah, they're about to get going, and so yeah, I was sat in the kitchen having my coffee, sort of coming round a bit, and Mark was telling me what was going on and what people were doing and where they were, and it's like, right, they've arrived at the cathedral, and at that point I think I'd just finished my coffee, so I went and sat in the living room and just watching little bits and sorry, I've knocked the camera again. Just watching little bits and pieces of the coronation. I actually watched King Charles when he got his official title, his crowning. And then I think there was some hymns and some music, and the orchestra was playing and everything like that, and yeah, me and Mark got up to make some lunch. Oliver was still sat watching it a little bit, and is like, oh, Camilla's been given her crown and things like that. So yeah, we kind of missed that bit, and you know what her actual title was going to be, but then we found out afterwards, when they were sort of leaving to get into the carriage. So King Charles the Third and Queen Camilla. So those are their official titles. So yes, she is Queen, which has been unheard of for many, many years. I think Mark was saying it was back to 1600s or something. Like in this case, Charles becoming Queen didn't. Charles becoming King didn't automatically mean that Camilla would be Queen, because it was said for a long time that she would be the Queen Consort, but no, it's been officially announced she is the Queen. But yeah, like Mark said, that hasn't been heard for many, many years. Like when the Queen Elizabeth married, he wasn't automatically king, if you get what I mean. It's our, yeah. It's very, very complicated, and yeah, some things I understand and some things I don't. Half the things that I do know I find out from Mark, so yeah. It's very, very confusing. So yeah, just was watching the coronation and things like that while we were eating lunch, and then I think they were parading down the Mall, but yeah, I had to stop watching because I had things to do. I needed to come and do some sorting in our bedroom. To that side of me we have some cabinets stacked up. We've got like a 2-door cabinet, and then on the top of that is the cabinet with the 4 boxes. You know, you can put the canvas drawers in. So yeah, we've got 2 units stacked on top of each other, and for a long time that has need sorting out. So talking with Mark either last weekend or beginning of this, either last weekend or beginning of this week, I said to him, you know, I want to sort it out at some point, and he said, yeah, that might be a good thing to be doing. And I said, well, yeah, I think maybe I'll do it at the weekend. So yeah, Saturday afternoon I was in here organising that and sorting out, sort of getting things off the floor really, to make it easier to get in and out of the bedroom. And yeah, because we have quite a few boxes and bags of things on the floor, and so it all needed sorting and putting away, and some things have gone into storage and into little cubby holes, and yeah, so yeah, that needed sorting out. So yeah, I was sorting all of that out, and then it got to about, well, it got to 2 o'clock, and I came out of here, Oliver came out of his bedroom, and we were sort of on the landing chatting, and I said, right, it's 2 o'clock, I'm going to go down and sort out the pets. He's like, Mum, it's already been done. I'm like, well, it's only just 2 o'clock, that's what time we normally feed them. It's like, oh, that was done about 20 minutes ago. So I'm like, okay, alright. So yeah, we just each came into his own bedrooms and carried on, and then Mark come in here and he said, yeah, I've got a few little bits to do before tea. I said, oh, I was going to head down. He's like, we don't need to yet, it's not even tea time or close to tea time. So yeah, I decided to do some kitting up of buddy stitches or stitch alongs, whichever way you want to call it. So there is some coming up. There's the glass series, the Caroline Manning glass series. That's on the 20th of May, and I've picked Valentine's glass. I already had the fabric because it called for a pink fabric. So that pink fabric now, I think, is the last piece of the packs from Amazon. I think that pink one was part of a pack that Mark got me for Christmas. There was the green fabric, there was the green and blue fabric, there was the pink, and I think there was another like blue and white, like a sky. So yeah, I think that pink one now is the last of the packs. So yeah, I think moving forward I'm not gonna get the packs anymore unless it's for something specific. Like this one, I love this witch on this green. It does make it look quite magical and quite witchy, and yeah. But yeah, moving forward, I'm gonna go for the bigger pieces of fabric. There's the, what is it, 50 by 55, and then it goes bigger. So I think rather than getting the packs of fabric that are just big enough for patterns, I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive. Yes, I'm probably going to have to wait on projects. I'm going to have to wait to start things. So I might, depending when I order things, and stitch alongs and things might have to wait for me. But yeah, like I said, rather than just getting a piece of fabric that's just big enough, you know, like a 1/2 inch on each side, and yeah, I'm going to wait that little bit longer and get that little bit bigger piece of fabric. So yeah, at least 50 by 55 centimeters. So there's the Zweigart ones, there's the DMC ones. I think I did mention in one of my previous floss tubes that I were looking at fabric for the Fairy Garden collection, all the different houses. There's a shoe house, a pumpkin house, there's all different kind of you know, like the fairy, like the mushroom house, and I was looking at the different green fabrics, and I did have an answer back about the blue to green, the sort of making it look like sky and grass, and so that is one idea. But then I have looked again. I tried to put in the title of the called for fabric, but they didn't have it on Amazon. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't have the called for fabric. It's from a certain company or whatever. But I have just recently seen it is sort of the same as that, blue down to green. So the green at the very bottom is a deeper green. I'd say more like this green on here, this quite deep green. I have seen a piece of just that colour, so there's no variegation, there's no mottling or anything, it's that block colour. So I think that will be alright for Fairy Garden. And then I've been looking at the Halloween wreath. That is a stitch along that's going off at the moment. I think it's frosted pumpkin stitchery. It comes in parts. I think there's at least 10 parts for the wreath. The first part and the last part are sort of instructions of how to start and then how to finish it. I think the last part is how to finish it into a pillow, I believe, from memory anyway. But yeah, the call for fabric for that is pewter. So I did actually put that into Amazon because the model had been stitched on 28, but then it did say that it could also be stitched in 14 count DMC. So I put that into Amazon, pewter Ada, and it did come up. So 14 count pewter Ada. It's like a grey colour. So yeah, I have been looking at fabrics and for upcoming things, but I think I would like to start stitching the Halloween wreath in October, end of September, beginning of October. So but yeah, there is already a fabric that I'm gonna ask our oldest for my birthday. I'd like to get that green fabric for the Fairy Garden, but then there is also the pewter, the grey, that I would like to start the Halloween wreath on. So I'll just have to see money wise, because Mark did mention a while ago that he would like to get me a new tablet, but it's just prices, and even when it comes to, you know, like the Black Fridays and the electronic sales, they tend to pump up the prices. So then when you do get like the 40-50% off, it does look like an amazing deal. But yeah, sometimes they bump up the prices just to make it half price to make a little bit more back. But hey, I'm not going there with Amazon. I'm not going there with Amazon. Anyway, so yes. Oh, right, where was I? So yeah, I was kitting up things. So yeah, Valentine's glass, I got all the thread for. Like I said, I had the fabric. The fairy garden, I have pulled the flossers for that. I have got some beads because it calls for some gold glass Mill Hill beads, but I already got some gold glass Trimmets beads for the Doreen Jones that I was going to stitch. I still do want to stitch that, but I just need to, yeah, find supplies. So yeah, I got the full pack, and the pattern only calls for one gold bead on the cuff of her sleeve. So yeah, I think there's going to be plenty to do with the fairy garden as well. So I'm going to use those, but I need to, in the next week or two, we're going to be going over to Hobbycraft, and it calls for some Krynic, some gold fine braid Krynic 002. So I'm going to have a look and see what Hobbycraft have, what their stock. I might be able to get like a DMC alternative or something like that, but it does need to be the fine braid. So I don't know how or what they're going to have. So I need to have a look. So yeah, in the next week or two, we're going to be going over to Leeds. So yeah, I'm going to go over to Hobbycraft, and then there's a model shop that Matt wants to go to. He said it is a bit of a way from Hobbycraft, so he said yeah, we can catch the bus to the model shop, then catch the bus back, go to Hobbycraft, and then yeah, depending what time we have, we'll probably eat out. He says make a bit of a day of it. So yeah, I'm going to do that in the next couple of weeks, but I'll be sure to let you know. So yeah, I was kitting up, and then for tea, Mark had already made tea yesterday morning. We had the chicken and bacon pasta, so we had that cold with mayonnaise mixed through. So yeah, the pasta, the chicken, the bacon mixed through with mayonnaise. So we had that for tea. And then in the evening, I just wanted a diamond paint. I'd been kitting up and organising, and I'm just like, yeah, I just want a diamond paint. Just want to chill and diamond paint. So yeah, that's what I did then for last night. Yeah, for the rest of the day, I just diamond painted, because yeah, that's all I felt like doing. And then so on to today, so Sunday. Got up this morning, I think it was about 10 o'clock, quarter to 10 maybe, when I got up. Had my coffee, then had my bath. I came down, Mark had already started on Sunday dinner. I think I'd already told you guys what we had, but I'll, yeah, tell you again, because, yeah, I said it right at the beginning. We had a Richmond's sausage casserole, so it was really nice. It was like a tray bake thing, you just put it in the oven. So yeah, sausage casserole, so we had that for Sunday dinner. And then afterwards we had some raspberry jam and cream filled donuts. Nice. So after that then I made my coffee, and I've come up here to record for you guys. So yeah, that is pretty much this week. So yeah, sorry if you heard that. That sounded like either somebody's house alarm or somebody's car alarm. either or, but yeah, sorry if you heard that. So yeah, that is pretty much this week all done and sorted. So my witch now has hair, so I need to come up here now and do her hat. Yeah, quite a few of us have commented that our witch doesn't have a fringe, so unless you put the hat in, she does look a little bit funny. Yeah, she doesn't have a fringe. But yeah, so I need to finish the last few stitches in her hair, and then I'll probably come up and do her hat. But yeah, I definitely want to get cracking on her skirt and get that done. So yeah, I want to get all that filled in. It does look very detailed and very intricate, so yeah, I do want to get her skirt done, but it does take some concentration. Yeah, so I'd like to get that skirt done, and then I know it's done, then I can relax and do the rest of what surrounds her. So she's got a hat here, and then do the rest of what surrounds her and goes down the side and then underneath her. So there's a row of pumpkins, and I think it says October 31 or October 31st, because it's got the ST, so yeah, 31st. So, but yeah, so that is everything for this week. So I think next week is normal schedule. So tomorrow will be Doll's House, Tuesday will be Eddie and Titanic, then yeah, then the rest of the week. I don't think there's anything, there's no Zooms or anything next weekend either. I think for some people it's the readathon weekend, so yeah, read as much and as many books as you can in one weekend. So yeah, there is a few friends and yeah, people that do take part in that. I have tried to read in the past, but I don't know, I can't stick to it, I don't have the concentration. So, but yeah, I've tried on and off for quite a few years, because there was one particular book that I really did want to read. I read it when I was younger and I wanted to read it again, but I just can't seem to get into reading. It's the Virginia Andrews Flowers in the Attic, and yeah, it's more about children not being seen and heard, and either it's been that long. I don't know if the children got adopted by a relative, or whether something had happened and the children were put up for adoption or something like that. But the family that they went to, they were kept up in the attic. So apparently that era and that time, children were not seen or heard. So they were sort of kept out of the way, and so yeah, flowers in the attic. So the children, they were kept up in the attic. Yeah, and that's pretty much how they lived, and so. But yeah, like I said, I can't remember how it came to be. But yeah, the children were living with this family, but they were, I don't know if they were ashamed of them, or just, children were not to be seen, not to be heard, so they were kept up in the attic, and that's how they lived. But yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers as to how it ends or anything like that. But yeah, Virginia Andrews, Flowers in the Attic. I still do have that book somewhere. I do have the book. But yeah, I just can't seem to get into reading. I did try and see if I could find it on YouTube. You know, somebody reading it. But I couldn't find anything at the time. I might have to have another look again. See if I can find it. But yeah, I haven't read in a long time. I just can't get into it. It's just not, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I think I've already said a couple of times now, but yeah, that is it for this week, guys. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you're in the UK, we have another bank holiday tomorrow. Apparently with the coronation being on Saturday, they've decided to give us a bank holiday on the Monday. I'm not too sure. If the coronation had been on Sunday and then given us the holiday, the bank holiday Monday, that would have made a bit more sense, but having it on the Saturday and then having Sunday to recover to be fresh for Monday, I don't know. But yeah, last Monday was a bank holiday because it was the 1st of May, so bank holiday May Day. And then this weekend, because of the coronation, they've decided to do another bank holiday. So tomorrow is another bank holiday Monday. So yeah, bank holiday. So banks are shut. Some shops and whatever will decide to close because obviously the banks aren't open, so they can't take the takings or yeah, all that fun stuff. So yes, if you are in the UK, I hope you have another good bank holiday Monday. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna stop rambling, and yeah, so remember, guys, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye, guys.